La leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here we are again. The Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary Generals, co-savior us. Yes, my babies. And various more specials, very specials more as our comings, very most soons. That's what we like to call ourselves, all of us, everyone's, including youth. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of person histories on this our homes and all our planets, past, present, futures, we also call ourselves other names, archetypally, such as ever young's goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all the Elhas and Elohims, all the Ellie circles and arrowways, all the females and males, all the souls that God has created and incarnated, past, present, futures, can be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and context, for sevens on this one all our earths. Now, does that in any way suggest we're trying to usurp the ever-loving's authority and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we knows and has ever known and shall's ever known, past, present, futures, all our families and communities, all the alls, any's, and everyone's, all our families, communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively of all our families and any's and every one of our families and communities, past, present, futures, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to co-stewards and appreciates. And so we says, Namaste, the divines with us, greets the divines within yous and alls. And we says, Mikotuya Oyasin, Mikotuya Kosher alls. We are alls related, we are any's and alls and everyone's alls related, because we know that we are also related, so we cans and shells and shells and cans come together again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earth. And we also says, the alights within us, greets the alights within yous and alls. Comingsz, Amaz, Paxis. That is also Bahava, L'chaim, Shalom, Salam, Soul, Mir, Pache, Ubuntu, back and forth, tomato can release, force of endurings, Namastes, Chinquays, Mercies, Challenge, Sons of Ags, Sayanaras, Dasvidanyas, Good Days, Cheerios, and all the languages of all the lands and continents and beyond, because space-time is not linear, so all the planets too, and so we can say, let's have loves and it lives ever young's longest, and prospers everyone's and all on this and all our planets, heavens, and this all earth. And because we know as we are all created of star stuff, and because we are integrating in our ways of the lovings, the living, the learnings, the ancient kindness and wisdom of ancient eras and civilizations, especially the very lengthy Magdalenian or egalitarian era, and of course Atlantis, also called the Hesperides, Pleiades, Atlantides, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth, tomato, can release, Meridian, Vedic, Druidics, and Moors. So it becomes all reborn nativities and always risen springs, every young adults. And so therefore we also called ourselves other names, such as including co-white calf buffalo women's and great and grandchildren's, of course, and females and males, and we call ourselves co-sky women's, co-rishas and yamayas. We call ourselves co-spider women's, co-sky women's, co-earth women's, co-spider women's, co-kachinas, co-katsinas, co-rishas and yamayas, co-abrascaceras, co-quanyans buddhas, co-zayashans, co-messiahs, co-kalki, co-mamadi, and messiahs and zashans, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. I don't let these names into the nature. In ancient languages, they simply translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To reconnect the divine feminines and divine masculines via divine democracies. Now, cosmically, he's on this all our planets, heavens on this all earth, and so therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as always springs, always holding the activities, and Christmases, New Year's babies, of course, entering new times, Cupids, and also Psyches and Oluses, and Solarians and East-Solarians, and A-Solarians and A-Solarians, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equally, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively of the apostles, families, and communities, and connecting them to their ancient heritage, of course, of Atlantis. Thrace, also called Hesperides, Pleiades, Atlantides, Ubuntu, back and forth, tomato, can release, words, and Vedic, Druidics, and more. So we call ourselves very real stargates, Atlantis, and all the holy lands and sacred earths risen, and the last shall be first come first team for our real stargates, Star Trek, Parity, Beast cultures, for heavens on the solar earth. Now, it sounds like a daunting task to currently to open the stargates and the Akashic Records of the rewards and risks humanities. It's actually easily accomplished via the numerical rule, which you can read at 5050 now.wordpress.com. And just next to it, read the LALECHELALECHE steps for easily accomplished strategies for making awesome DAYSZs. And also see a page on the website called Amongst the Representatives. Use, and use, because use, twos, shells, and cans, and shells comes with us. Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General, Supposed and so we'll miss this opportunity, and we'll take this opportunity to see opportunity to see our names and pictures. There's in years 2, we start genealogically, we genealogically go first with our great and grandmothers, and then all of our Shekinah's family, all the women of the families, and equals, and especially the coaliting our youngest generations of LOHs and LOHs, LA circles and LOs, females and males, equals, and so we'll say, you can see our family tree there, and yours are represented by picture frames, and we can't say all the names, we'll say 7, and we have Jiganose, and Queen Esther, and all the Iroquois, Scottish clan mothers, and Couszmic Chrisztsz, and Cousin brothers and clans and gens, and more recently is, Barbara Herschel, Lydia sons, and of course, Virginia, Olivia Valentry, New Times, and of course, our co-white calf buffalo of Myrtle, Rotary, and Pearl, and especially my Patricia's son-in-laws, and the equals of Martha, Myrtle, and Sophia, and Lorraine, and that's more there, and Emily singing crickets and loyalties, and of course, we have our Ubuntu families, our Amazing Graces, our Lynn and Gaius, Goggies, Joey, Mabels, Belindas, and lots more there, and of course, Josephines and Anns, and of course, we have our Lights families, our Bonnies and Sylvies, and lots more there, and our intertwining Shitanians, of course, Esther's and Hannah's, and Ellen's and Hannah's, lots more there, and of course, your Sid, Jerry's, our Branch, and our Arthur, intertwining Magdalene's and Nazarenes, including especially Estrella, Libertia, and Estrella, Venusians and Marians, and equally, of course, especially Harriet and Radiant Rain is Harriet, traveling there for circle times, Claire Declare, Julian, Jacqueline, Fresh Internet, Vision, Rose, Grandma Pepper, Grandma all the gracious church, Grandma Dorothy, Teaching, Alliance, all the Melissa's, Wizard of Osses, and Wizard of Osses that we all are, and Malka and Shirley, and of course, Jenny and Leonie, and Lynn, of course, of the Gaia family, and Rachel Wilson, Hyde of Stargate's families, and Hamleys, and Hobley's, Robert's, lots more there, of the Kanjins and James and Yangs family. We have, of course, our current generation of females, our Esther's and Rachel's, and Mary's, and Julian, and Equalises, our Dia's, Divines, and Jennifer's, and Barbara's, lots more there, and of course, our youngest generations, our Abel's, Arisons, Rose Revisons, our Earth's Angelies, all typically Sweeties, Hesper's, Lows, and Shears and Elises, Sticks of the Sworn, and Seven Bodies, especially Sarah Lighting Leaves, and Equals, Vanessa, Sarah, Cecilia, House, Wesley, especially, and of course, had also Granley, and Ross, Fincher, and Jones, Leslie Boats, and Wars, our Comingsz, very, always Estelernlies, always Easterlernlies, all relatedlies, always friendlies, always holy nativities, Soons, Leche, carrying on patriarchy, past, present, futures, ever ye's, and I say, Georgine, ever ye's blessings.